Hello, gore horrors and fellow Deadites. I'm Brendan, and welcome to Our Life in Horror. And it's Sunday, so guess what? We're breaking down all the latest news that happened over the week, uh, and we'll just have a little short discussion about it. So, breaking it off with the biggest piece of news is that Mike Flanagan is officially confirmed to be taking control of the Exorcist franchise. He will be directing, writing, and producing the next installment, and it will not tie into The Exorcist Believer. It'll be a vastly different take on the franchise, and this is very exciting news. I'm very cautious. I've liked all of Mike Flanagan's early stuff. I wasn't a big fan of, I can't remember what it's called. It's the one where the kids tell stories. Didn't make it through that one. I've yet to finish the Fall of the House of Usher, but I hear that one's fantastic. We made it through a couple episodes, but we didn't exactly fully get through it. So I'm worried for Mike Flanagan and his career on this choice. I think he's an excellent choice. Like, he's very suitable for this position, but it is a franchise that is extremely, worrisome because it's had not very much success. It's had its amazing start with the first film, and then I'd say the next best film is probably The Exorcist 3, and I haven't even seen Exorcist 2, and I haven't seen The Dominion and Exorcist the Beginning, which I hear were just awful in general because of the behind the scenes production chaos that was happening with those movies. So I am curious to see where he'll take it. I I am hoping that he's good. I am hoping that he does a good job with it. It is probably the thing that has gotten me the most excited to revisit it because I don't mind Exorcist Believer, but at the same time, it's like it's not a great film in general. I think there's good aspects, but I think they did a lot of things wrong. So Mike Flanagan, you have big shoes to fill. He has stated that The Exorcist is a huge inspiration for him in general as a filmmaker. So I think he is going to do this franchise justice, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on. Next, we have Godzilla Minus One is officially streaming. It's streaming on Netflix as of June 1st, so yesterday. And it's available to rent as well if you don't have Netflix. I am going to be doing a review on this as soon as I watch it because I think this is huge. This is the first Oscar nominated and winner for a Godzilla film ever since it's been running since the 50s. So I'm very excited to give it a watch. And we have Bill Skarsgård is set to return as Pennywise in the prequel series Welcome to Derry.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice pony.
I was just reading that this series is going to take place in the 1960s. And he has stated before that he wasn't going to be involved due to Stephen King's lack of involvement, but now he's back in it. And I think it's because I don't think Boy Kills World did very successful at the box office. I have a feeling that unfortunately, I have a feeling that The Crow isn't going to do too successful either. So I think maybe he's trying to salvage something of his career. So I think he's going to go back to the Pennywise franchise to try to keep relevant more so. I know he just recently stated too that he doesn't like the Crow ending, so that's given me some huge worrisome for what that film is going to be like. But you never know until you see it. Let me see. I got a lot of A24 news. So A24 will be releasing a horror film titled The Front Room, which is directed by Robert Eggers' brothers, Max and Sam. This will be the brothers' directorial debut. The film is set to release in theaters September 6th, and will star. I still know what you did last summer, Brandy Norwood. So this is the first I've heard of this news. Brandy was probably not my favorite character, and I still know what you did last summer. That movie's just a whole different ballgame. But I am curious to see where Robert Eggers' brothers are going to take this new film. Is it going to be in his style? Is it going to be like The Witch or The Northman or even The Lighthouse? I'm not too sure, but I am excited to see what they do. And I like that A24 is giving more people a chance to make debut projects. More A24 news. A24 will also be releasing Heretic. on November 15th. The synopsis of the film is going to follow two missionaries become ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse after they knock on the wrong door. So I'm excited about this. It sounds fun. I think I don't know. I hope they're Mormon mercenaries too. I really hope they are because I just think that'd be hilarious. And then they have to go against their whole religion in order to stay alive. I think that'd be so much fun to watch. Or if they like decide to take it in a joke route as well, that would also be very funny. But we'll have to see. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. It sounds interesting, and I'm very intrigued. Okay. Blumhouse is going to be bringing back the My Bloody Valentine franchise out of the mines for the first time in over 15 years. I'm not 100% sure if there's like no details yet. That's all I know is that they're planning on doing something with it. So I don't know if they're going to do like a legacy sequel, if they're going to do maybe a sequel to the 2009 remake, which I don't think would be a bad idea either. Like Jensen Ackles and the other guy, they still look young. They could bring all those characters back, which would be a good idea. I just can't see them doing an original or a legendary sequel to the original film. I think that would probably not be a good idea because the film holds such high standards in a lot of people's eyes. And the remake is somewhat of the same. Like it holds some high regard with some people who grew up with it, like myself and Sam also included. So I am curious to see where they'll go, or if they just plan on rebooting the franchise, which I don't think would be a good idea. But like maybe just like a soft reboot would be pretty decent. Like maybe have it take place years after one of the films, and you just follow a new set of characters, or maybe like I don't know how you bring back Harry Warden. Like it has to be a whole new tale set in this time frame. So I'm kind of curious to see how this will go down. I don't have any other news on it, but I will keep up to date with it as much as I can. Some more Godzilla news. Director Adam Wingard, who has directed Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, will not be directing the next installment. But I guess parting ways was described as accommodable, stemming from timing issues, but the door is still open for Adam Wingard to return. So this leaves the door open for somebody else to take control of this franchise. They can either continue with Adam Wingard's stories, or they can go in a vastly different direction. I know that there's a bunch of rights issues involved with this, with Legendary Pictures, of trying to bring the original Toho villains, Godzilla's villains, over to the Americanized big screen. Like they have to do an additional payout for those characters to cameo in these movies. So all they really got was Godzilla out of that, and then every time they have to bring like Mothra or Ghidorah, they have to pay additional licensing on top of that, or even like Mechagodzilla as well. I think so. So we'll have to see. I know everybody's been hinting online, and maybe we're gonna get like a space Godzilla or something like that come out, which could potentially be set up because like Ghidorah was also originally a space alien, essentially that Godzilla fought. You can do even like a Mecha Ghidorah as well, which would be kind of neat, and maybe have him have like a third metal head or something like that. But I'm not 100% sure on where this franchise is going to go. Honestly, I'm kind of getting burnt out of this with the lack of good people stories involved. Like I was kind of saying before, I'd like to see more of a Kong-led story and just follow Kong throughout a movie. Just have a Kong movie, have a Godzilla movie. I don't need any more of these team-ups. I think the team-ups, the way they set the team up in Godzilla X Kong was very poorly executed. But at the end of the day, you're getting to watch two gigantic kaijus fight, or titans, I guess, if we're sticking in this franchise. I just didn't really. It did. I'm gonna rewatch it again when I pick it up on 4K, but it just didn't hold much value to me. And same with Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong. That one also didn't hold that much to me. I did like the last one, which was King of the Monsters. I really liked that one, even though in this people story element was so weak in that one. But the battle scenes were like these creatures had held weight to them. They were slow moving, but once they picked up, they got fast. But like there was more weight behind everything that they did, and you just don't see that anymore. Like there's like in Godzilla X Kong, there's like Marvel level shots here where you have Kong and Godzilla and they're running together, and then you have Scar and whatever the ice dragon is running together, and it's like they jump up at each other, and it's like a slow motion shot, and it's like this isn't Marvel. This isn't what we're here for. Like, I guess we're here for big monsters to battle, but like, come on, man, like get your head in the game. But yeah, so Adam Wingard's out, so I'm interested to see where this franchise can be taken after that. We'll get into our physical media releases because I always like to try to get as much in as I can. We got Synopsis Films will be releasing Trick or Treat, not Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat on 4K with 3 different collectible sets. So it'll have hard box casing, but there will be 3 different styles. So you can collect them all if you want, or you can just pick one of your favorites. And then they'll have reversible artwork in the inside. So it's totally up to you. I don't know what I'm going to do yet with this, but I might try to pick it up. And then we have Arrow Video. We'll be releasing Silence of the Lambs on 4K, so that'll come with a poster. There's also some poster cards, the classic Arrow stuff. There's also like an Arrow exclusive website buy where the case is a little different. But I'm pretty sure Kino Lorber just put this out on 4K, so I'm pretty surprised that their Arrow decided to pick this up and do this, because I think Kino Lorber did Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, and Hannibal. So I'm a little taken back that they would decide to do that, but this is the UK as well, so maybe Kino Lorber isn't over there and they can't get that. But yeah, it seems interesting. I do love the movie, so we'll have to see. And then for my final piece of physical media review or release date information is Jaws 3 and 4 will be coming to 4K with options. So when I first saw this, it was originally just set up in a triple pack where you get Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws 4. You get the Blu-ray and the 4K, as well as digital codes. Now, I already have Jaws 1 and 2 in separate cases, like the standard edition and the holographic case for Jaws. So I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to buy the triple pack. And then later on, I found out that Jaws 3 is also going to be getting a limited edition steelbook release and a standard edition, as well as Jaws 4 will be getting a standard edition as well. Now, I did have a chance on Amazon. You can look at the special features. The special features are very minimum. And these are $35, $39 movies with almost practically zero special features on them. Jaws 4 has an alternate ending. Jaws 3 does have a little bit more. It comes with the 3D version of the movie on Blu-ray, and then some alternate scenes and stuff like that, and making the 3D, even knowing how horrible that is. But I was so upset when I was coming to first realize this, because I was like, oh, I'm going to have to buy the second one again, and I don't want to do that. So it's good to have options. Everybody can kind of decide on what you're doing, but the fourth is not getting a steelbook. So you're going to have to either buy the first 3 on steelbook or the second 2, and then buy the fourth one separately in a standard edition, or just buy all 3 in the one pack. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I saw Planet CHH. He was saying that if it comes with almost like a little booklet, not comes with a booklet, but like looks like a hard box kind of style for the triple pack, that he would probably get that because it'll look nicer on a shelf. I might consider doing that as well. Otherwise, it depends on the price range as well for this triple pack. But I think I might just stick to the standard editions and just have them all side by side. I think that would look nice. But yeah, guys, that is your news for this week and your upcoming releases. So it's time for our community shoutout. We'll be shouting out Kaylee and Robbie, who are that horror couple. They're on YouTube, Instagram, X, I believe. Go follow them. They're super great. They're honestly amazing people. And they convinced us to start doing YouTube. So we had to give them a shout out. We had to thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have helped us come a long way with editing and what programs we should get and everything like that. So we cannot thank you guys enough. Please go out there and support them. They are very wonderful people. Okay, guys, so that's your news and your community shout out. We are Other Life in Horror, and you guys can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the little notification bell if you like what you see, and don't forget, guys, to stay spooky.